Alright, good morning guys. Today's the big day. Today's the day we cross into Canada. Really have a relatively short travel day today compared to the rest. Because once I get into Canada, I have a few personal things I need to take care of, like get some Canadian money. And, you know, just kind of need to get situated here a little bit. But anyway, it is 8:42. We've been on the road since about 8:30. We got a late start today. Just, I don't know, I knew it was a short travel day. Knew I wasn't going to be rushed. So, yeah, I thank you for coming along for the ride today. Hopefully our border crossing goes uneventful. It should. I tried to prepare. I think I know what I need or don't need or, you know, can't have to get across. So we should be in pretty good shape, I believe. I'll let you know in a couple hours, because in a couple hours we should be in Canada. But we have that rest stop, and then after that is Sweetgrass, Montana, and somewhere right around Sweetgrass is where you cross through customs. About an hour we should be coming up to the border. I hope there's place to get a little bit of gas. I mean, I'm almost full, but I'd like to top off before I go into Canada, because I know by the liter it's gonna add up to more, even though the US dollar is better. Once we get into Canada, I gotta find a Wells Fargo bank, get some money. So I don't know how far we'll travel today once we get across. But fingers crossed, we're gonna make it into Canada here in about an hour and a half, and gotta take you along with me. And the Rockies are still running up the left-hand side of me. I mean, what more could you want? There's water at the bottom. So we just passed an exit for Glacier National Park. One I haven't been to and one I'd like to get to, but I'm not making it on this trip. We drove right by the exit. We also just saw our first road sign for Port of Sweetgrass, which is where we're headed. That's our border crossing. At that point it was 34 miles, so it's probably a little bit less right now, not by much. So we made it through 13 states. Soon time to start counting provinces, I guess, before we make it to state number 14, our final destination for about 4 months. Alright, I mean, we should be 25 miles away from Sweetgrass. Getting excited, getting nervous. I'm 99.9% positive I'm good to go through, but you never know. Yeah, you never know what border agent you get. You never know the questions they're going to ask you or what they're looking for today. So hopefully we're good. Hopefully we're good. Wish me luck. Well, we made it through customs. It wasn't easy. I had shipped my handgun and found out that I should have shipped the ammo with it. It wasn't a real big deal. I had to fill out an application. I had to pay $25 for the license to carry 7 bullets in a magazine with me through Canada. No gun, no way to use those 7 bullets, but I need a license to do that. So live and learn. I should have shipped them with a handgun. I thought it would be better to separate the two. I know that's like in a lot of state laws with transportation. So I figured transporting, shipping, same type thing. But the $25 wasn't a big deal, but it probably cost me an hour of time to get that license and pay for that license. So I'm not sure that was worth it, but we are in Canada. I just pulled over and changed my speedometer to kilometers per hour so I know where I'm at and don't get in any trouble that way. And now we're headed north on whatever this is in Canada now. Don't really tell me a highway number or anything on the map, and I haven't really seen anything since I crossed over. So, but anyway, we're headed north. We're in Canada. Alberta. We got a picture at the sign. And our first Canadian province. Well, so far, nothing really eventful in Canada. Flat, open. Rockies are way off in the distance to my left. We're going north on Alberta 4. We've been going close to an hour and still haven't really come into a real town. But we are getting close now. We're getting close to Lethbridge. So I think that's going to be our first stop in Lethbridge, and see if we can take care of a little bit of business. It is 72 degrees in Alberta, Canada at 1:36 in the afternoon. This is the warmest temperature I think I've seen in a week. Kind of crazy. I'm going north and it's getting warmer. But hey, I'll take it. Less heat to have to use, right? Alright, I don't know if you can see him up there. It is still really hazy. But we are headed straight for the Rockies right now. We're actually headed a little bit southwest for the time being. But they are directly in front of me and getting closer and closer as we speak. Still, I'm sure, a long, long way. There they are, guys. Another look. This time it's the Canadian Rockies. into the Rockies. Go to this point up here, this little ridge. Should be a pretty good view from there. There it is.
Use any lane to turn right onto Crow's Nest Highway, Alberta 2 North. Signs for Fort McLeod, Pincher Creek.
Guess I don't need a turn signal. This is just the road, really. Alright. I got a surprise coming for you real soon. This tractor's pretty fast. I'm doing 95. Alright. About a month ago when I got the milepost, one of the first things I saw that caught my attention was only about 100 miles into Canada. And I don't know, maybe, let's say 15 kilometers off my path. So what's that, about 9 miles, 9.5 miles out of my way, I believe. And I'm not sure if I have to backtrack from here or not, but alright. I have a feeling these hills are where we're going. Can't wait for you to see this one. This isn't one of those destinations that everybody shows you, that's for sure. Although I will say Fort McLeod did look like a worthwhile stop. That was, I passed it right before I turned to head this way. I know that's a popular stop. Maybe I should have stopped, but maybe we'll hit it on the way back. I am going to show you in just 5 minutes of my time where we're going. But for you, it'll just be like snap of a finger. Oh, I lied. I had to give you that shot real quick. Hold on. Sorry again for the interruption. We're almost there, I promise. Okay, here we are, guys. The head smashed in buffalo jump. How many of you people ever thought you'd experience this? Cars only. So I'm not sure where I can park. Looks like there is a nice long space. No camping overnight. Tour bus there. RV and bus parking. Here we go. This is us right here. Alright. So we're gonna pull in right here. We're at the buffalo jump. I don't know what the wind is here right now, if this will turn out. I'm going to give you a quick panoramic view. Right there's the jump itself. Down there will be the kill zone. We will be going down there later. Right around. Hey guys, I just got done with the head smashed in buffalo jump museum. It was $18, 18 Canadian dollars, and it was worth it. It was a nice museum, a little theater in it to watch, sit down, watch a movie. A lot of information. Very nice people. A walk out to the top of the buffalo jump. But then there's also a lower walk, which I'm about to do now. And on top of that, I got to meet this awesome gentleman by the name of Little Leaf. And Little Leaf told me that I can spend the night down here. Now, he didn't say that the cops would say that it's okay, but he did tell me to use his name. So if anybody comes and I get that knock in the middle of the night, we're going to say Little Leaf said it was okay. He also told me to do this hike, this lower hike to the bottom of the buffalo jump at midnight tonight, or yeah, at least out under the moonlight. Said it's a very cool hike. The other thing he told me is there's a small bear hanging around here. He said he's a cute little guy, so don't think any problems, but they did tell me to beware. So I'm going to head out on this hike. I just changed shoes, and I'll take you along and show you the sights. Okay, here we are at the bottom of the buffalo jump. There we go. Down there in the valley used to be a spring-fed creek that they used to use to have camp and clean. And if you look way out there, zoom in. There I am. And there's the Rockies. What a camping spot. All right, good morning, everybody. Getting a late start for what I've been doing on this trip. It's 8:42. We probably just pulled out about 5 minutes ago. Left head smashed in buffalo jump. Gotta say that was an awesome place, especially to spend the night. So far, Canada's been pretty good. So let's see what we get into on day 2. Coming out of, I believe, Nanton. Actually had a Flying J, so I stopped and got gas. Much smaller than any Flying J I've ever seen. Got to figure the gas thing out. One, guess I don't get 10 cents off a gallon at Flying J when they sell gas by the liters. Not sure how that works, but I still scanned and gave it a shot. But 2, I prepaid 60 Canadian dollars, hoping to get close to full. I was just over a quarter, and that got me just over 3/4, so it got me about a half a tank. So 60 Canadian dollars at Flying J scanning, if that did anything, got me a half a tank. But it only charged me $44 and some change for my credit card when it hit. So the conversion rate either helps a lot, or maybe there still was some savings in there from my Pilot Flying J app. Not sure. But that, I guess, means, $85, $90 for a full tank. Which doesn't seem a whole lot different than coming across. I don't know. have to really think about how that works out, but doesn't seem to be too bad. I'm okay with it. We got a nice drive out here today. I gotta say, hats off to Alberta. They have some kind of national cleanup day that I want to check out, where all the volunteers come out and clean up the highway. And man, the first hour of my drive, I literally saw hundreds. Here's a couple right now, if you can see them on the right, the orange vest. There's two of them down there with 2 bags full of garbage. Absolutely incredible turnout. I don't know how they do it. As we cross Mosquito Creek, we'll keep rolling on that one. No reason to stop here. But yeah, hats off Alberta and their national, or not their national, but their annual cleanup day. It seems to be well attended. I've seen young kids to adults to elderly people to dogs to, I mean, everybody is out helping pick up the trash along the highways. And the highways, I thought, were pretty clean to begin with, a lot better than ours. So the U.S. and the U.S. states, maybe we could pick up on this. Wouldn't be a bad idea, would it? And I don't know if during the week it's different, but this is 10:23 on a Saturday morning on Alberta 2 North, headed toward Calgary, a big open highway, but no traffic. It's a big road for a couple cars. Gonna go over a train here. If you can see us coming up on it, it's about to end. Yeah. There's the end. And we're going to go up over the tracks. First Canadian train. We got a big Canadian flag over here. Lots of trash bags along the road for the cleanup day. Still seeing lots of people. Such a cool thing.
Right, then you will arrive at your destination.
Not too bad of scenery. First stop of the day.
You have arrived.
Alright guys, so we are at the Okotoks erratic, which is the largest known glacial erratic in the world. This 18,200 ton boulder, transported from its mountainous place of origin by a rock slide, then by a glacial sheet of ice between 10,000 and 30,000 years ago to its present day location. So, I don't know. Thought that sounded pretty cool. It wasn't far off the trip. It was in my milepost, and here we are. Let's go get a picture or something. Morning, everyone. We're back on the road. It is 8:04, just after 8 o'clock. It is 50 degrees, and we've been on the road about 15 minutes here now, gone about 15 kilometers. So see the windmill with the Canadian flag on the tail on the right. We got the Rockies out here just a little bit to our left. I don't know if I can get them there for you or not. I think you're seeing a little bit there, but we're dropping down the hill, so we're going to lose what little bit we have. But anyway, not a bad night's sleep in Walmart last night. It worked out. It was actually quiet. It's not a 24-hour super Walmart. I don't know if they are up here, but this was pretty decent. Was able to just rest a little bit and catch up on a couple little chores, clean up things, little shopping. But it was a good stop, even though it was a Walmart parking lot. I can now say I took a shower in a Walmart parking lot. So there's a first. Not gone real far to our first stop here this morning, and in fact we're going to be there probably more than an hour before it opens. So I'm not sure what this is going to be like or what it brings, but I'm glad you're coming along with me. We'll see. We'll see. I really have no real agenda today. A couple places I wouldn't mind stopping off, but if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Don't have any type mileage goal or anything today, but I mean, definitely a longer day than yesterday or the last two. We really slowed down once we came into Canada, and I want to do that, but I want to do that a little bit later in the trip when I'm really getting on the Alaska Highway and, you know, out in the true wilderness, where I can really enjoy it. But like I said, Walmart wasn't bad, and the head smashed in Buffalo jump, that was a premium. Other than the wind till like 3:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock, I mean, the wind just whipped through there, and then all of a sudden there was none. All right, Calgary, Blue Sky City. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, these kilometer speed limits are pretty hard to get used to. I mean, when it says 50, you think, oh, that's pretty fast. Well, it's 31 miles per hour. I mean, I just had a spot that was 20 kilometers. I mean, that's got to be like 12. You really got to think about it, or have your speed up in kilometers to keep an eye on, because 80 should sound like you're fine, but we're speeding right now. There we go. Now we're down to 80, going up the hill. But yeah, takes a little getting used to. Street signs and things are a little bit different, but not too bad. Driving in Canada is not much different than the US. Just a lot more open in between the towns, or at least on the East Coast anyway. All right, well, thank you for coming along this morning. I'm gonna shut down. Maybe I'll show you a little bit of Calgary as we go around if we get some nice skyline shots. If not, we'll pick you up at our first destination of the day. See, this is what I mean, folks. I mean, this is a wide open big highway. Now it looks like a little bit of construction here. Kind of, I guess, on this side. But the maximum speed limit is 50 kilometers per hour. 50 kilometers per hour is 31 miles an hour. I mean, that's tough on a road like this. But I mean, they really, so far it doesn't seem like they have speed limits like we do. And the highest I've seen is 110 kilometers an hour, and it's at 67, something like that, maybe. Don't quote me on that one. I might be a little bit off, but I'm doing 60. I mean, it's hard to be on a road like this.
In 3 kilometers, take the Anderson Road exit.
And go that slow. Alright guys, well, the first stop was kind of a bust. It was, I'll tell you, the Heritage Park Historical Village. Seems pretty cool. Little bit expensive of an attraction for me on this trip. But the other thing that is turning me around, well, the good thing was I got 90 minutes free parking, so that was good. You pay to park and then you pay an admission fee. There's a little bit of an area to walk around. Most of it was closed other than a little bakery coffee shop. Still too early in the morning for that. But the big reason is I pulled up, everywhere there are people with strollers and everybody has kids under 5. I'm like the only person that's not traveling towards the entrance with kids. And turns out Thomas the Train is here today. So big day here at the historical park, I guess. Thomas is here, and it's busy an hour before they're even officially open. So this place said they are famous for their cheese rolls. Never had a cheese roll. It's like a cinnamon roll, but made with cheese. Very light, airy. I had to get one. That's my cheese roll. I think we'll save that a little bit later because I also had to pick up a chocolate twist. Mine broke, but the chocolate twist. So I think we're going to do the chocolate twist here before we get back on the road. And we'll see what we come up with from here today. First stop was kind of a bust, but I got a famous cheese roll that I've never had or heard of before. And we'll see. Sounds good. Looks good. Give it a try. We'll see you soon. Thanks for coming along. Alright guys, we got gas. Guy there said it was about an hour up the road to the next gas station. I should have had plenty, but I was down at that, a little below half tank mark, and so it was time to fill up. And still trying to figure out this conversion thing. I got a full tank at $80 Canadian. And I couldn't tell you how many liters that was. But then when my text came from my credit card company The church was for $59 and some change, so under $60. So my $80 Canadian went to under $60. So the exchange rate is definitely helping right now. Still not sure how that works out. Dollars, gallons, miles. I've all but given up on that. I believe on this trip, I was averaging 12.5, other than that one day of heavy headwinds, and that dropped me below 10. I believe I'm still doing that, but now they calculate in liters per 100 kilometers. So, I don't know, you figure that out. I like math, but not that much, and not while I'm driving and having to concentrate here. Lots of traffic. An open country. It's wide open country. Surprised how many campers I've seen coming south. I'm not seeing a whole lot of them going north here right now, which I thought I'd be in a caravan of them by now. But so far not the case. Well, there's a good idea of my view. Does look like a little something coming up, but I'm going to say thanks for riding along, and we're going to sign out for now. If I come up with something, you'll be the first to know. Alright, we pulled off for a couple minutes, switched some drinks around, stretched your legs, just took a little break. It's been a rough go of it today. The crosswind today is absolutely killer, and there's nothing at all out here to block it. Nothing. And you can see for miles and miles in every direction. Sorry about that. You can see for miles and miles in every direction. And between that and the amount of traffic out here, it takes a toll on you. It's only 11:38. I'm ready for a pull-off somewhere to hang out for a bit. Not for the day. I still want to get some miles in for the day, but someplace I can pull off, maybe make a little lunch, get a nice, little walk-in or something. Break up this day. Maybe the winds will die down a little later this afternoon or this evening, but just brutal out here right now. For a long day. Scenery, it isn't bad. It got a little bit better. I'll turn you around here. And that's what we got. Not much green. Nothing exciting. I think we're maybe 75 kilometers south of Edmonton now. Just thought I'd give you a little view. It's a beautiful day. 68 degrees, sunny. Just wish they'd turn the fan down a little bit up here in Canada. Got it on high. I got it cranked up to 10. Alright guys, just got back on the road, got some gas. Getting, I guess, maybe a little bit better idea. So got $100 Canadian dollars worth of gas. That came out to just over $75 American dollar. So gives me, an easy calculation there. It seems like we're about 75% of their dollar. So that works out, but I figure I'd have to look at the liters and calculate that, but I'm estimating I got maybe 12 gallons of fuel. So 12 gallons of fuel for 75 American dollars. Well, that's well over $5 a gallon. Guess you're $6 a gallon. So gas is not cheap up here. The exchange rate helps, but after stopping and getting gas and a little calculations in my head here, I'm really starting to see. So we're not going to push it, especially in this wind. Just kills the gas mileage anyway, and I don't need it any worse than what we got it. This is going to really add up on this trip. Knew it was coming. Knew Canada was going to be expensive. We gotta make the best of it, right? Feel like I need to, I guess, get to Dawson City, right? Dawson City, because there's a Dawson Creek too, but I believe Dawson City, the beginning of the Alcan. Yeah, I think I need to be close to there to really start feeling like I'm traveling through Canada. So far, it's not quite what I expected. It's okay. The roads are good. I'm liking that their speed limits overall are a little bit slower, and people don't fly, so I don't feel like I'm, being run off the road. The wide openness, the big sky is cool for a while. The mountains are gone. There are no more Rockies, Canadian Rockies off to my left. Everything's still pretty much dead up here. There's not a lot of green yet. No snow yet, just no wildlife. Just need something to get me excited, and I think we gotta get up to Dawson City area maybe to do that. And if that's the case, I want to push another hour and a half here today. That'll only put us at 2:30, 3 o'clock, which isn't bad. It's still an early day to end travel. I'm good with that. And that might put Dawson City within 1 day reach. So maybe tomorrow we end our day close to Dawson City and close to the start of the Alcan, or maybe even on the Alcan, the Alaskan Highway. It's one I've been dreaming of. And I guess that's why I'm like, really, I want to push through here. I know what lies ahead. And I know what we went through coming across the U.S. And I'm ready to see more. So, Alcan time it is. We are crossing the North Saskatchewan River. You always hear Saskatchewan, Canada. But we just crossed the North... whatever. Alright guys, we're about 15 minutes out of where I thought about camping, or at least start looking for a campsite. I think there's going to be some stuff around here. If I don't see anything I'm interested in right there, I will pull out the milepost and see what's coming up. But it's about 2:30, so I think we're getting about as close as I want to go today, and I think it puts us within reach of Dawson City for tomorrow. Maybe this time tomorrow. So at least the scenery's looking a little bit better. There's trees, there's stuff around, but yet it's still open. So there's a day use area and rec area. Anyway, we're gonna start looking for some camping. Hopefully I'll be showing you our new spot for the night soon.